What digital data do you think is important to preserve?
Really everything.
And she's turning to GoodTrust, an online company that stores and manages her cloud data, including her social media, financial documents, and will. Call it digital estate planning.
It just feels really good, and I want to be able to share that and keep it alive even long after I'm gone.
Because she's a veteran, Jennifer won't pay for GoodTrust's $70 a year service for a decade.
So we want to be a force of good to giving to people who served us.
Rikar Steiber is GoodTrust CEO and also co-authored Digital Legacy.
My father passed away beginning of last year, and then I had some good friends dying in COVID. So I kind of unfortunately got into this whole thing to sort of figure out what happened to people's digital accounts when you pass away.
Deciding what's worth passing on and unlocking all of that data stored in the cloud is a challenge.
I discovered that it's much more difficult and, potentially insane than you would ever imagine.
Consider this. There are 500,000 tweets every minute, 500 million active daily users on Instagram, and 1.8 billion people active on Facebook every day. And that's just the people living.
I went online and I tagged someone who's now dead, and their account was still alive.
What we estimate is that on average about 30,000 people are dying on Facebook on a daily basis, and some people might want to keep their profiles active in some way.
Social media sites have varying rules for preserving or deleting accounts. Facebook allows users to appoint a legacy contact to maintain the account of someone who's died. And while it isn't explicitly stated on their website, Twitter does allow those with login and password information to continue posting on behalf of a deceased user in perpetuity.
In some cases, you may be required to have a court order. In other cases, you may need power of attorney.
All the more reason, says Daniel Seberg, to have a plan for what makes up your physical and digital world.
We're now absolutely intertwined between the analog physical world and the digital virtual world. There's no going back.
We're all in.
We're all in. Whether we are absolutely comfortable with it or ready for it or not, we are now moving into this braver new world together. And it is time for us to think about what anybody's digital legacy means.
And had either of you even thought about it?
Nope. Not really.
Yeah.
Super interesting subject.
Yes, it is. Daniel Seberg brought it to me. And here's a look at the future for you. GoodTrust and other companies like them can animate, that's right, I said it, animate still photos. Check this out. The technology behind these pictures allows them to come alive. And I hope you guys don't mind. I took some liberty here.
That's like a still photo.
And had those photos animated. Do you see yourself moving?
Yeah.
It's like that animatrons at Disney. That is very cool.
It was funny because the first round, I wasn't moving very much, but the two of you guys were like all in.
Yeah,
it was really
the head.
We're looking around, we're exploring. Yeah, that was crazy.
Very cool.
Yeah,
very interesting. Fascinating.